Okie dokie, and we are back with, yeah, alright, so,
Dun 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 dun
dun,
dun dun
dun,
dun dun. Told you I'd be back.
I'm back. I was busy playing Shenmue in the future. Wait, no, that's not Schwarzenegger. What the
You
hell?
started Stalloning
Like
it.
Stalloning it, yeah.
Playing Shenmue in the future.
I'm,
Speaking of Arnold for a second, apparently, just like a funny tidbit off to the side, he dressed up as the Terminator and like pretended to be a wax statue
oh, really?
just to freak people out when they would walk up to. They thought it was his wax statue, and he was just sitting there posing. And then they would walk up, and then he just started moving, and he would just like freak them the fuck out. It was probably the best thing ever.
That's great.
I would totally do that shit.
I'd be so happy. Oh my god, if I was visiting, like, his statue, I'd be so happy.
Like, you're a pretty shitty politician, but I love you anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, continuing Sony's conference of what the fuck did you really just do that? The next thing they showed, well, not the next thing, but one of the things they showed was the more Assassin's Creed Syndicate gameplay.
Yeah, they showed the sister.
Yeah, which she is definitely the more stealthy of the two, definitely the more brutal of the two.
Yeah, like she had like the sword cane.
Yeah, well, no, she was throwing people into the furnace. She threw that one dude against the presser. She, like, stabbed that one dude through the throat and then, like, stabbed him in the head. I was like, what the hell? This is...
Honestly, like, after seeing that, like, before watching any other Assassin, like, after, like, okay, all the Syndicate stuff till now, I've just been kind of like, meh. But when I saw, like, that, I was like, oh my god, she's badass. I want to play as her, you know?
Yeah. And again, like last year, because it was weird seeing Microsoft have Assassin's Creed Unity on their stage. It was just a little odd, because it's known for being a Sony thing, a Sony staple on their stage. Like they had Black Flag on Sony in 2013, but it was just odd seeing Unity on Microsoft's stage last year. But this year it was like, we're sorry, can we come back to PlayStation? And I was like, sure, come on back. So, again, like last year, the PS4 is getting exclusive content, like Watch Dogs and like Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, and all that stuff. I guess some like contracts or something like that. It was something. It was some kind of like murder mystery, like what they had in Unity, which better, hopefully. Hoping to God. I'm like crossing my fingers that this is more Black Flag than Unity. So. But
we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, we had a whole episode dedicated to that, so you know our thoughts on that. But I'm just hoping it's good. I mean, I never wish ill will upon any kind of game, unless it's from a developer that I have a personal beef with.
Well, I mean, I heard someone, one of the devs or one of the guys talking about the new one, and they're saying like, well, like does the futuristic storyline play into this? And they're like, because they're asking about the time risk from the last one. They're like, yeah, like, no, like, futuristic stuff is going to be a big part of it. And I'm like, better be, because, they kind of just basically did fuck all with Unity. Like, you didn't leave the fucking Animus once. You were just, like, I mean, like, if you want to hear, like, the thoughts about Unity and why I hated it, you can go and listen to our podcast on that. But there was a lot of reasons why I disliked Unity.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I dislike Rogue, too. Which, anyway, moving on from that, we went to a really cool opening for the new trailer for Batman Arkham Knight, which less than a week to go.
God.
Shit, I can't.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah,
it was brutal.
Like, I was like, I completely understand why this is rated M now. I get it. I'm like, okay, just in these opening few minutes.
Any game that starts with, like, the Joker being cremated, and then basically the Scarecrow spreading fear gas and making people look like zombie monsters, and basically a cop freaks out and starts shooting everybody. Yeah.
Oh, and there was, like, that one image of the guy's face being, like, mashed into a pulp on the floor, which I was like, holy shit, that's brutal for a Batman game.
Yeah.
And I loved the fact that they used the Frank Sinatra song. I thought that was genius, just the way they incorporated that in there. It makes
definitely.
it makes it even creepier, just the fact that that kind of song is in there. And
Hey guys, it's official. Scarecrow is Frank Sinatra. It's official.
I wouldn't mind that, actually.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Yeah. He actually starts singing to Batman. That'd be cool.
Yeah, apparently, like kind of just joking off on the side, like, apparently that's, like, the only meme the internet has left now is the Half-Life 3 one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was a joke where it's like, yeah, if they announce Half-Life 3, the internet won't have any, like, video game memes anymore.
Yeah. And Beyond Good and Evil 2. That too.
Yeah.
Which, those are, like, the only two left that are, like, what, like, we want these. Now. There's no excuse anymore. So, it's just, we need them. Sorry. I mean, if they can pull out Last Guardian, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Shenmue 3 all in one conference, Valve can do Half-Life 3, and Ubisoft can do Beyond Good and Evil 2. I'm sorry.
Well, Gabe Newell is a whole different beast together.
I get
they don't
it.
like to do threes.
I know, but I've never understood that logic.
Well, no, the thing is his stupid ass, he, he literally said, it's like, I don't understand why people want a game that's so old right now. It's like, I don't understand why people want more of, like, that game from a long time ago and stuff like that. It's like, because you left it on a goddamn cliffhanger, you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
That's why people want more.
Yeah.
You didn't nicely, like, wrap up the whole, like, story and be like, okay, here's Half-Life 3, and that's it. We're not going to make any more now. And everyone would be like, well, that sucks, but, I mean, at least you gave us the story. You know,
yeah.
Like, no, you didn't give us the whole story. You didn't. You just left us hanging.
Yeah.
On a giant cliffhanger. Of course people want a Half-Life 3.
Mm-hmm.
Good God.
Yeah. It just baffles me that they haven't done this already. It's not even funny anymore. It's like Half-Life 3 confirmed. I now after this week I go, yeah, but they can do it. I mean, if Shenmue 3 can get funded, if Shenmue 3 can come back to life...
Oh, no, it's not even a matter of, like, Half-Life 3 not being able to be funded. They can do it.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying.
They got the money for that
That's
shit.
That's not what I mean. I mean, like, if these three, not one, not two, but three legendary games can make a return to the public eye in glorious fashion... Oh, come on. You can do Half-Life 3. Come on.
People are just gonna give, like, Valve the stink eye.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You can do.
They're more worried about making or like handling Steam than anything else, which sucks.
Yeah. Which is like, it's like, I mean, I understand Steam's a big thing for them, but it's like, come on, guys, come on. Just, it's not even funny anymore. It's embarrassing now.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. You think you're being like have this, like, trying to develop this, like, myth about you guys, but it's not funny anymore, especially after this week. It's not funny. So anyway, moving on from there, they went on to, like, pull out one of the big, I guess what was supposed to be one of the big bombshells, but kind of to me, I saw it coming from a mile away, was, of course, them revealing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on their stage.
No, I don't think it was supposed to be, like, a bombshell.
Well, the fact I think they kind of built it up to be one, but it didn't feel like one.
Well, I think it was more of like an in-your-face to Microsoft than anything else.
Yeah, which I don't know. I'm worried that that's gonna make them a little too cocky now. But I mean,
well, to be fair, they didn't open with Call of Duty. They opened with a lot of other stuff we wanted to see before they even touched it.
I actually kind of wish they had opened with that, just so they could
No,
save
I don't,
3 and
because...
Final Fantasy for last.
I don't, because that's like a stereotypical Microsoft thing. Microsoft, like, always opens with it, so people are like, oh, we're going to see that first. They're just going to start copying and doing all that stuff that Microsoft was doing.
That's true. You have a point. But I was like, I mean, I didn't like it when they did the whole Xbox One. Well, you get all the bonus maps, all the stuff first on Xbox, like a month before everybody else. And I don't really like that they're doing that on PlayStation now. It's the same thing. It's like, well, you're not really.
Yeah, no, I don't like that timed exclusivity shit needs to be cut out.
No,
like they need to cut that shit out.
I mean, I don't even like that they're doing that for Batman. I don't like that they're doing that for Destiny. I don't like that anybody does that at all. Like, I don't like it at all.
Well, I mean, it makes me really wonder what's going on with Final Fantasy VII, because, I mean, it said first on PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
So I'm wondering if that means it's going to be a couple months, or if it's going to be a year, maybe. I mean, are they basically working out a situation like Tomb Raider, you know, where basically, like, the first whole year or whatever, it's just going to be on the PlayStation 4?
The difference, I think, with this, the only difference I can come up with that's acceptable between this, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rise of the Tomb Raider, is that Rise of the Tomb Raider, the last one was like a multi-platform thing, and it's not a remake of a classic specific console game. It's something that people have wanted, and they just restricted it from people. And this one, it's like, it is well associated with the PlayStation brand. I mean, you cannot think of Final Fantasy VII and not think of PlayStation. You don't think of Xbox. You don't think of PC when you think of Final Fantasy VII.
Well, I mean, even still, when you just say Final Fantasy in general, you still think PlayStation.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, granted, it didn't start out on the PlayStation, but still.
Well, I mean, it started on the Nintendo, but I mean, granted, Nintendo, like, okay, that's like another point of why, like, Nintendo is just off their rocker, and they have been for the past 20 years. When they lost Final Fantasy.
Oh my god. Well, because
Sony.
Well, because like they didn't like Sony just completely eclipsed them at the time. I mean, so like Nintendo's been struggling ever since.
Well, the thing is like they kept wanting to stick with their cartridges.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you couldn't do games like Final Fantasy on a fucking cartridge.
Yeah. But anyway.
And Nintendo really hasn't moved on past that. I don't think at all.
No, they haven't. But I thought it looked. Like, if there was, like, a low, like, a weak point in the conference, I think that was it. Because I was like, I mean, it just looks like every other Call of Duty that I've seen.
Yeah, no. I mean, especially it's going to be a Call of Duty that's going to be on the 360 and PS3 also, so they're not moving forward.
God damn it.
They're still playing the everybody come to the party game.
I like that they said 4-player co-op on current-gen consoles, and I was like, so they're going to have it on... I think it's like a two-person limit on PS3.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to bash Sony for what COD is doing.
No,
I mean, Activision is doing a whole other stupid thing with it, or like Treyarch, where it's like, oh, well, we're making the game for the next gen, but then basically we're just going to have all this out to, like, be able to make it playable on the 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you still have to make sure that everything you do can still somehow be viable on the last-gen system, so it's still not going to be as good as it can be.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's going to look as good as Advanced Warfare.
No, it's not.
Because Advanced Warfare was like, fuck it, we're just doing next-gen.
Well, even Advanced Warfare, it was on PS3 and 360.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It was?
Yeah, dude, Advanced Warfare?
I thought it was the first next-gen one.
No, dude, it's on PS3 and 360. That's what... They haven't done one only on just current-gen consoles yet. Seriously, I'm pretty sure it was on PS3 and 360. Let me take a look, because I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Let me see. Yeah, man, PS3, 360. Yeah, it was on there.
Okay, well, I eat my words then.
Yeah, it was like, because that's when they were like, oh shit, it's the next gen, but it's gonna be on PS3 and 360. And I went, god damn it, not this again, because they did the same thing for Ghosts. Which I was like, okay, are you going to do... like, oh, no, I guess not. Okay. So they still haven't really moved into the next gen like they can, but they just choose not to because it's more money that way to be cross-gen. Which, I mean, I guess I understand for the people that don't want to go to next gen yet, but it's like, you guys really aren't doing...
This is the time to do it, though, man.
Yeah,
like...
you're not really doing the series any favors. I mean, Batman's doing it, Witcher did it, Star Wars Battlefront is doing it. Battlefield is doing it. Battlefield probably will do it. Fallout did it. Why can't Call of Duty do it? Right, because you need more money. That's because you don't have enough already. It's like... You have two of the biggest selling IPs currently, and you're worried about money. It's just... I don't get it. I just don't...
It's Activision.
I know. It's just... I don't understand.
Why? I mean, like, why was Destiny on last-gen systems, too?
Right. No, exactly. I agree. But anyway, moving on from... Oh, I forgot one thing. Something that actually normally wouldn't catch my attention. When they talked about... Okay, I gave them... you know how I said I give anybody who's going to do VR like 5 minutes to talk about it. Sony did it in 30 seconds. which they just went, oh, here's
Yeah.
Morpheus, boom. I didn't even care that, remember, I don't care about Project Morpheus, but I appreciate that they just went, oh, here it is, here's some games for it, boom, 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 done. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's all over with. And then they didn't drag on and on and on about TV like they did last year. It was like, and it even had something that I was actually really interested in, whereas the PlayStation View, which is coming to my area next. And normally I wouldn't even really care about TV, but what I like that they're doing with that is that you can actually subscribe to individual channels instead of like doing the multi-channel thing, which most all cable providers do. And PlayStation Plus members get a discount. So say you only want to subscribe, like my mom is really all about TV Land. I mean, she loves TV Land.
Yeah, yeah.
So I could potentially
First a la carte TV service.
Yeah, I mean, if I can actually...
That's a big deal.
Yeah, if the prices are reasonable... I haven't actually looked up what the prices are yet, and I don't even know if TV Land is on there, but if I could actually find a way to get TV Land on there just for her to watch, or like something like Turner Classic Movies or American Movie Classic, stuff like channels that I like to watch, I would absolutely do that. Like HBO, Showtime, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, all that stuff. I wouldn't have to deal with all that, like, cooking channel and Spanish channel and all that stuff that I have no interest in. But yeah, that really caught my attention that they're doing an exclusive Machinima channel, which seems rather interesting. But I like that. I like that they're actually doing something that provides extra value and I never thought I'd say this. I'm actually getting excited over something TV related when it comes to the PlayStation. So that was interesting to see that. I don't know. Are you actually gonna like try it if it's reasonable? Because I think it's in Austin. I think it's coming to Austin by July.
I don't know. Most of the stuff I watch is just do like Hulu and stuff anyway,
Okay.
So I'm probably not gonna stick with it.
No, same here. But I'm just saying like more from like my mom because she loves individual.
Would it be literally you would watch the TV channel through the PlayStation?
I think so. I'd have to research it more.
Yeah.
But I think that's how it works. Well, not just research. Here, let me click on the article and see if there's anything. Blah blah blah. Live TV sports without a cable or satellite subscription. Oh, that's good. Okay, so you don't need to go through something. You don't need to have it's like a cloud DVR with unlimited capacity. Okay, Showtime will be available for $10.99 starting in July, and PlayStation Plus it will be $8.99. Subscribers will get a 30-day free trial. That's good. Okay, cool. All right, and I know my friend's all about one of my best friends is all about soccer. So there's a soccer channel for $14.99 a month. PlayStation Plus gets it for $12.99. Now, they don't specify which channels cost which much. They even said that it's going to be different depending on the popularity, which I don't know how much TV Land would be. Los Angeles and San Francisco area, it's delivered up to 85 channels per market, 3 subscription packages that range in price from $4.99 to $6.99 per month with no long-term commitment.
That's really good.
Yeah, and PlayStation Plus is going to get a discount from that as well. So more info will be announced later, which is really good. I mean, I was really like, wow, okay, cool. I'm down for that. That's fine. Cool. And then back to video games. The next thing they showed was they went into like the Star Wars section, which they started talking about Disney Infinity 3.0 at first, which, oh my god, talk about that's just all PR bullshit, which, oh my god, it's just annoying businessman one-on-one. Ugh. Like, that was the exact opposite of, like, Shuhei Yoshida or that guy that was talking about Unravel. I mean, he was just, like, one of those annoying PR guys that was like, hey, you like this game? This game is great, and you get this exclusive stuff, and it's a perfect way for children and parents to... And I was like, ugh, shut up.
And you get it a full blah, blah, blah before other people can blah, blah, blah it. Yay! And, like, everyone's like, don't care, show Battlefront.
That's another thing I don't like. I don't like that we're getting an exclusive figure before everybody else. I don't think Xbox is even getting the collector's edition, which that should not happen. And they did this back in the day. They did this last year with 2.0 as well, where PlayStation was the only one that got that like super limited edition Avengers collector's thing. And I was like, that's fucking bullshit. That people that own an Xbox One can't even get access to Boba Fett and can't even get access to this collector's edition. That's just bullshit. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how did I forget about this? Speaking about collector's editions, I'm gonna go off topic really quick. So the Arkham Knight Batmobile edition has been canceled at the last fucking second from Warner Brothers. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't know how long they've been sitting on this information or how long. Do you know how fucking annoying that is for a lot of people out there? People that have been like saving up for that thing for months on end, and you're gonna pull this crap less than a week before the game even comes out?
Yeah.
Working at retail. People that work at Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop, Target, all these guys that were gonna sell it to people, now they have to call all those people up. They have to deal with their shit about how, oh, well, we're sorry, there was something wrong with the modeling. When you probably could have like told us that months ago. And that to me is just, that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. I mean, granted, that's not going to impact my what I think about Arkham Knight itself, but that's fucking crap. That's fucking crap. And thankfully, it does not affect the limited edition. Which, if that did, I would have been fucking furious. I'm already pissed off about that. But
are you getting the limited edition?
yeah, I'm getting the Batman statue, which I wanted that from the beginning. I never really wanted the Batmobile one, but now I'm glad I didn't, because I would have wasted a lot of money on that. And the only compensation, okay, I think besides GameStop, I think GameStop is giving away like the new 52 skin, which isn't even close to being a good compensation, and I think it's bullshit. What they should have done, and I'm sorry, I'm going to go on a little tangent about this, but what they should have done is that they should have given the game away for free to the people that made it, or like a digital code to the people that bought that Batmobile edition, and a Warner Brothers game of their choice for free. That's what should have happened. Not this, oh, we're sorry. Well, you can put your money towards a new version of the game that's only one available left, and you can get a full refund, but if you roll it towards the next game, we'll give you a DLC skin. It's like, no! That's not it's not fair compensation at all. I don't care how much the game costs. Give it away for free, assholes. To those people. This just makes me angry. Just how shitty this whole situation is, and how they could have taken several steps to either avoid it or make the compensation better.
So what actually did happen?
Apparently the Batmobile was just shit. It would fall apart. It was just a piece of shit from what I've heard. So. And the fact that they couldn't even solve this...
How could they not, like, get that worked out, like, a week before it comes out?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't understand this logic. And granted, I don't mind the reasoning behind it, like the reason itself, because it was shit. That's not what bothers me. What bothers me is the timing. What bothers me is that they sat on this information for months on end without telling us anything, and then they sprang this on us the last fucking minute. Fuck you!
Yeah.
Fuck you, Warner Brothers. Anyway.
Anyway, Battlefront.
Yeah, Battlefront. Battlefront is next, which we saw Battlefront. We saw the multiplayer in Battlefront on the EA stage, which looked really good. Again, I'm still skeptical about it, but it looks really good. It looks promising. So since then, they've confirmed Heroes versus Villains mode, which, great, awesome. I'm happy about that. They confirmed that the vehicles and the heroes are not based on kill streaks, which, good. The weapons, all the cool shit in the game, you have to actually search the map to find the little power-ups for it, which, that I don't mind. I'd rather it be that than kill streaks. So for people that suck at playing these shooters, it's not like they will never get to play as Luke or Darth Vader or Boba Fett or any of these guys, or fly the Millennium Falcon. You'll always have a chance if you know where to look. That's what I like. I appreciate that. But what did you think of the co-op stuff that they showed?
Basically, it just reminded me of like a Call of Duty mission where it's like, oh, survive waves of enemies and pick up power-ups and things like that. It's nothing different. It's not what I want. The thing is, for Battlefront, I expect large-scale battles, you know. I expect, like, I can be okay with the 40v or with the 40, so 20v20 instead of having the 64, which is like the 32-32. So I mean, whatever. But then they're talking about having like small, like 2-person missions and all this like 4v4 maps, and I'm like, that's not what Battlefield is to me, and they're just tacking on stuff, and honestly, I don't approve of it, but it's whatever.
I actually liked the footage that they showed. I like that it's both online co-op and split screen co-op, which that makes me happy. The fact that they actually are putting that in there, that I like that. I mean, granted, that's what should be in a Battlefront game, but based on everything else they omitted, I expected the worst. But no, it actually is co-op and on split screen. It's third person. It looks great. It looks really fun. I don't think it's I agree with you. I don't think it's a suitable replacement for a story mode at all.
Yeah.
I just don't think I don't think it fully compensates for that. But I don't know. I'm starting to warm up more towards it, especially given my initial really just reaction to it. But I will definitely have to see more. I mean, I'm not going to make any promises that I'm going to get this day one and stuff like that. I mean, I am more interested now than I was a few months ago. But yeah, I'm still you're winning me over slowly, but we'll still see because it's still EA. And a lot of things could go wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of things could go wrong. And the finale, which I predicted they were going to do, was Uncharted 4: A Thief's End.
It looks really good, though.
Yeah, needless to say, it looks great. It looks awesome. Which, it's super impressive level of detail, which Naughty Dog is always good for. The one thing I am disappointed with is that the gameplay is not 60 frames per second. It's going to be 30, which I was like, aw, that's a disappointment. But especially after the way The Last of Us looked in 60 frames per second. It's a shame that they couldn't do that for the single player, and I think the multiplayer is 60 frames per second, but the single player is 30, which I'm like,
yeah,
okay. I mean, that's a bit of a disappointment, but all right, I guess. I mean, if you're gonna have that level of detail in it, like running the PS4 on that level of power, it's I guess I don't know. I'm still just disappointed by that, but anyway.
I mean, a lot of people still sacrifice frames for resolution and detail and things like that.
Right. No, it definitely is 1080p. They confirmed that it's 1080p. So, and it looks great. It looks just, wow. And it's fun. And I was worried that it was going to be a darker game. It was based on the last few trailers, it was a much darker game. It's going to be more I don't know, melancholy and violent or something. But no, this brought it back to what I want to see from Uncharted, where it's this explosive thrill-a-minute action with a lot of really funny banter back and forth, a lot of good character interaction, and I feel like even though it's not the original writer, it's the guys that made The Last of Us that are writing and directing this. It looks great, and it definitely captures that Uncharted feel to it.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. It looks really good. I like the whole chase scene. I like the banter between the two.
Oh, Sully and Nate, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. That's something that I noticed. I chuckled, and I'm like, hey, I'm actually chuckling at Uncharted. Yeah. That's just something I generally don't do. Most of the time, I just felt like the joke's really corny, and I was like, eh. But I actually like the banter. I definitely feel that the Last of Us guys going in there, Druckmann and God, I can't remember the other guy's name.
Stanley.
Yeah, but both of them working with Uncharted, I felt like that was a really good idea because I really liked how they did The Last of Us, and I felt like that game could be funny when it wanted to be funny. It had its moments too, but it also knew how to be serious, and Yeah, no, I definitely feel like Uncharted is also going to benefit from like the combat system from like The Last of Us and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
yeah, it looked good. I liked the way the gunplay worked out because that was one thing I actually hated about the Uncharted games. I'm like, man, I can't fucking aim more shit in this game. Um, but yeah, no, God, it's yeah, no, it looks really good. I'm excited for it. I'm really
Yeah.
excited. I hope
And
they get
again,
some, yeah,
another great PS4
like
exclusive that
middle finger to
the order.
freaking Crystal Dynamics and their bullshit
Oh yeah,
exclusivity
yeah.
deals.
This definitely was much more impressive than what
Also,
we
also, also
Tomb
the
Raider.
fact that when we saw Horizon, and I was like, well, move over, Laura. We have someone else with a bow.
Yeah. Move over, Merida. Here's the new Brave.
Well, no, I mean it's like mostly just like Laura Croft because she like they
I,
sponsored her with like that bow in the last game, and I'm like, well,
oh
you know
yeah.
what? Like you may have that, but I'm gonna get this mecha dinosaur, cave person arrow game. So you have fun with that.
Yeah.
Because most of what I saw from their trailer, I just really wasn't impressed with the
Tomb Raider. Yeah.
Tomb Raider. I was just like, eh.
Everything I've seen so far has just been underwhelming. It's like, but again, to be fair, nothing I really saw from the original game was really all that, like, wowed me. It wasn't until I actually played it that I just fell completely head over heels in love with it. So, I don't know, it might just be that they're trying to play it safe. We might get some more, like, the bloody stuff, bloody, impressive set pieces later on.
Yeah.
But she didn't really fight. She just was, like, running from an avalanche. So,
Yeah, I mean, they didn't show her like doing like any cool fighting against anyone. I feel like
no.
when you showcase your game on something like that, you gotta show some really cool stuff. Like when they first showed off when Ubisoft showed off Far Cry 3, and you were like blowing up shit, and there was tigers jumping around. Like that's what you want to see, you know? You want to
Yeah.
be like, I mean, you want to save your kind of like little kind of like cool down exploration moments for the actual game, like the whole avalanche and stuff like that. Because honestly, it looks just pretty boring. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know if I'd say boring. I would just say it looked just safe. It looked like they were playing it safe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Whereas, like, you go over and you look at freaking Uncharted and you have, like, a fucking chase
it's
sequence with guns and, like, a freaking Humvee shooting a chain gun and
Yeah.
jumping off buildings and going over rooftops and crap like that, you know?
It's memorable. It's a memorable set piece.
That's something you remember. Instead of just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm on a mountain and there's some snow.
Yeah. And it's nothing spoilery. It's just it's a moment in a game that is famous for its like movie like set pieces, and that's definitely one of the ones that they showed.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I've heard it gets better from there, so I'm really excited to see what happens after Nate almost crashed.
Well, I mean, I liked the look of the gameplay when they showed it off last year too. I thought that looked good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked that a lot. I thought it looked really cool, but this was definitely
Yeah.
felt more Uncharted like to me.
Yeah, no, well, one thing I really like is like if you jump off of like a roof or something and punch someone.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
liked how like the gun just kind of went up in the air and he caught it and he was like, "Thank you, I'll be taking that."
yeah. I like that. I like that. The grappling hook that he has now.
Yeah,
That looked pretty awesome. Definitely an Indiana Jones thing.
definitely.
Yeah. And they had maybe it was just me, but it felt a lot shorter than last year, which is a good thing. I think last
Yeah.
year was 2 hours, like almost like a little over 2 hours, and this one was like around an hour and 30 minutes, which I was like, okay, that's fine. That's you're cutting out all the fat, you're making it very lean and efficient, and yeah. Final thoughts on the Sony conference this year?
I don't know. Like it was just I I have hopes for Sony. Like it's giving me things that like I have wanted for years. It's giving
Mhm.
me something to look forward to. I have something to look for. I like out of any other console or platform, I can be like, Sony has this coming out in a couple years. I have this one thing to look forward to, instead of just being like, well, I don't really know what's going to come out, like, but yeah, no, I have Shenmue to look forward to. I have Final Fantasy VII to look forward to, because
Mhm.
even if that goes multiplat, I mean, it's going multiplat, of course, but because it said
Right.
first on. But the thing is they're gonna hold on to that like first for a while. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be like if you're gonna play Final Fantasy VII, you're gonna fucking do it on PlayStation 4 for the first year.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
at least I hope that's what they do, because that means like, oh my god, and can you imagine like the special edition like Final Fantasy VII, like, PlayStation 4s they're going to come out with.
Ooh, yeah.
They're going to have, like, the freaking, like, Meteor on it and stuff.
They better have a green PS4 to emulate the live stream or something, or have, like, the live stream design around the PS4, which that would look
you know they're going to do it. They got to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But anyway, I thought...
And that one's going to be probably a 1 terabyte hard drive, too.
Probably.
Honestly, if I have the money by the time that comes out, I'm probably just going to be like, well, I'm going to just trade in my regular PS4 and get that one.
Yeah. I don't even care if it's from Japan. I'll fucking buy it.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
But it was a really great press conference. I mean, they showed a lot of exclusive games. You know, they showed a lot of cool other games. I mean, they showed off things in the correct manner. They didn't linger on anything for too long. Mm-hmm. I mean, unlike, you know, like what EA and Microsoft had, you know, like that's something that I noticed is like a lot of these other stuff, like they've been picking up the pace. They haven't really been lingering on crap, you know, and so it was really good. I felt like they showed a lot in their time span. Mm-hmm. They showed a lot. A lot of games to get me excited for. A lot of games. And it pisses me off because there's some people saying like, "Oh, Sony just showed a bunch of like remakes and stuff like that." I'm like, "Are you fucking stupid? Like they showed a crap ton of new IPs and exclusives."
Blind ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fucking hated this conference. I thought it was awful. They didn't give me.
Are you talking about the Nintendo one?
No.
With your goddamn puppets. But anyway, but the thing is like, yeah, it was a really great conference. And then the next one, oh god, there was the Nintendo puppet one next, right?
Did you watch it?
I did. I saw a bunch of memes and stuff like that.
I sat through the whole thing.
Yeah, like,
and I didn't think it was awful, like a lot of people were saying. I've seen awful conferences before, and this was not one of them. This was tolerable.
I heard they didn't really have anything though.
No, they did not. They didn't really have anything for the Wii U. That's the problem, because they wanted to focus on the 3DS this time, and even the 3DS,
because that's what makes them their money.
Like, yeah,
like I mean, they got their typical another Zelda game every single year. They have a new 3DS Zelda game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, I just want to say my final thoughts on Sony's. No, I loved this year. This year blew me away. Maybe their best conference that I've ever seen. I honestly have to go back and look, but I think this is neck and neck with 2013, where they just completely chopped off Microsoft's head. I don't think they did that this year. I think it was like more. I think it was kind of even, but I don't know. Talking about it now, I think definitely Sony definitely had the upper hand.
Well, no, I mean, because the thing is, if you look back at what Microsoft showed, they didn't show Scalebound. They didn't show.
No. Which that's fine. I mean,
they didn't show their big. But the thing is when you're coming to a conference, you're going, especially when you're trying to physically compete with other companies. You know, you need to show your big games, and they didn't really do it. They just showed Halo, and that was. I mean, Recore looked cool, but that wasn't like a big game. I mean.
No, they showed Gears, they showed Fable.
But but the thing is like.
But they did show their franchise properties. They did show that stuff. It's just it couldn't compete with Sony. That's what it was.
Well, I mean, no, but the thing is like, the games that are coming out soonest, I mean, is Halo. Who knows when fucking Gears is coming out?
Holiday.
And the thing is like showing like Quantum, whatever, Crackdown and Scalebound. Those are like the games that they needed to show off to people, because those are the ones. Maybe they're like, well, maybe we've teased them before. Let's not show them again. But I don't know. I feel like. The only real, I mean, they had some cool stuff, but nothing that really interested me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Sony interested all of me.
You know, fair enough. I mean, it definitely is like, for somebody who really didn't initially care about the Xbox One, it was just a miracle that I'm actually like, yeah, I kind of want this now. And it's like, okay, I actually do want this, which is astonishing.
I'm still going to wait for it to actually have stuff I want to play, because it doesn't really have that for me right now.
No, I'm going to wait until Black Friday, get a good deal on that. And it will probably come with Halo 5, just the pack that they're gonna announce. And also, I'm gonna wait till Cuphead comes out, because Cuphead is like one of the big things that I'm like, yes, this is what I'll buy an Xbox One
I'm not
for.
gonna buy one for like an indie game.
But it's an indie game that's really unique and interesting.
I know, but the thing is like...
You say that kind of condescendingly, in a way. I think, like, when you say, like, I'm not going to buy it for an indie game, but I don't know, man. Like, that kind of... It doesn't matter if it's indie game or not. If it looks great, it looks great, at least in my opinion.
But, I mean, it's like... So, the thing is, if I went to go buy an Xbox One right now, I legitimately don't know what I would play on it. Halo 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would bother with Tomb Raider, because, you know, there's other stuff I'd want to be playing later on this year anyway.
No, I get you. It's just personally, for me, it's just Cuphead is one of those that...
But I mean,
yeah, I would...
I guess for my... no, like, don't get me wrong, Cuphead looks amazing, but, like I would just... I would beat it, and then I'd be like, well, what else do I really want to do with this Xbox One right now? I'm honestly going to wait at least like another year or more before I even really strongly consider it, because I want there to be a decent amount of... Because the thing is like, I'm getting all my third-party games on the PS4. That's how it's going to be. There's not going to be a third-party game. Like, if I own both consoles, all third-party games would still be through the PS4. So there would have to be a significant enough value for me to be like, yes, you know, there is enough value, there is enough games on this system that would warrant me buying it, you know, and that won't be for at least another couple years. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just that it just doesn't really have the games that I want to play.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. I don't know, it's just for me. Like, I'm not gonna run out and buy one right now. Like, that's not... I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, like, after this recording or sometime this week I want to do it. But I'm gonna wait until... It definitely piqued my interest, and I definitely want to get it sometime relatively, like, around the holiday season, like, when there's a better deal going on, you know, shit like that. It's just, yeah, for somebody who started out with me going, fuck the Xbox One, fuck Microsoft, I'm like, it's a fucking miracle that I actually want an Xbox One.
I feel like it's a very reasonable console at this point in time. It's not a bad price at all. You get backwards compatibility by the end of the year for at least 100 titles. Yeah. You know,
you get Halo the Master Chief Collection with it, which is 4 games right there. And it's cheaper. It's got the bigger hard drive. So.
But I still feel like that's a bit different than getting a PS4 that comes with The Last of Us. And also there's like one that also comes with a free copy of Bloodborne that there's 2 on Amazon.
Does it?
Yeah, it's like The Last of Us gets for free Bloodborne. I feel like that is a much better value than, you know, the other one, because, I mean, I've played all the Halo games. I mean, the Halo games are fun, but, you know, yeah. Especially when the multiplayer on it doesn't work the way it's supposed to currently.
Yeah, which is...
And their best excuse was like, well, you know, it's kind of hard working with all this stuff. And it's like, well, then wait and release it when it's ready.
Yeah.
Like, I have no pity for you. You had the money, you had the resources, you have the time. You didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, which is... They didn't really give any kind of reassurance that they're sorry for how the Master Chief Collection...
They were pretty much just like, oh, well, you know, like, we're building this Halo from the ground up to work on the Xbox One, so it's going to work just fine. It's like, is it?
And I'm like,
is it?
Is it really?
Is it?
Yeah,
because,
really?
You know, Halo 4 didn't work the way it was supposed to work.
No, that didn't.
But, yeah. Anyway.
But Nintendo...
We have to really move on, because we're gonna crunch time if we don't move on.
Okay. Basically, Nintendo, it was just, like, lots of 3DS stuff, and then they had Star Fox, and then it was just...
I was told that Star Fox looked like an upgraded 3DS game. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, it does. It kind of does, for me at least, because I really was not all that... Like, it looked cool, and I liked the introduction. I liked the way they started introducing it with the whole Muppet thing, which I actually really liked. I liked the Muppet stuff, just because I like Muppets. But Yeah, I was like, man, it looks cool, but I ain't gonna buy a Wii U for it.
Yeah, no, that's
Like,
that's the whole thing. Like, they're not giving people reasons to buy Wii U's. And I mean, they've
no.
given people reasons to buy, like a 3DS, because like, hell yeah, I mean, you're gonna get that other Fire Emblem game and stuff like that on the 3DS. Which I mean,
And
like,
they're bringing Hyrule Warrior, like a Game of the Year edition version of Hyrule Warriors to the 3DS. So I was like, why the hell would you even buy it on the Wii U if it doesn't even come with all the characters and and you get extra stuff on the 3DS? There's no value on the 3DS version.
yeah,
It's like, why the fuck would you even do that? That doesn't make any
maybe they're
sense.
trying to phase out their main consoles for just handhelds.
Yeah, that's totally the vibe that you get from this
Because I really do believe the NX is not going to be a console. I believe it's going to be like the next Game Boy.
Yeah, well, I believe it's going to be like some kind of combination. Some kind of combination of
Because
like
they're making all of their money from their 3DS right now.
Yeah, it's all the mobile stuff, and because Japan is moving towards that, I'm pretty sure the next console for them is going to be a combination of in-home entertainment and smartphone.
It's going to be
stuff,
like you can when you have it at your home, you can play it on the big screen, but you can just turn around and take it out in the train with you, and when you're going out and about, you can just take it with you. It'd be like, it's truly the next generation where it's kind of like calling it NX. It's like where you can play at home and outside. Instead of having to dick around with a main console and a 3DS, we're giving you both. Which, granted, does sound pretty fucking cool. I mean, if you think.
Oh yeah, totally. But again, it all comes down to the games.
Yeah.
All comes down to the games.
But
so
that's
far,
just the thing. Like, if they're moving to like one platform, they're gonna have all the games because their 3DS has a ton of games. It's just that their main console just doesn't have a damn thing. But then there's going to be a lot of people saying like, well, Nintendo, we want our console experiences. We want our couch co-op. And I think they're moving away from that too, to be honest.
Yeah, they don't even have like the Hyrule War, God damn it, what's it called? Like the amiibo stuff. I don't even know if that's like two-person anymore. I think that's all single player.
Also, if you look at it, Splatoon, I mean, cool new IP, but you don't have split-screen co-op on that, which would be really nice.
Yeah. I actually got to play it for a little bit, and I was not really
I played it yesterday with my friend. I played a bunch of Splatoon, and I thought it was fun for what it was, but I didn't think it was something that I would probably spend too much time with. It was just a straight-up multiplayer game. Also, can I just take a moment to say, Nintendo, the cojones that you have, you want to make a goddamn amiibo game when you only print about, if I can quote Boogie, I think it's 2988 from YouTube.
Francis.
Yeah, well, I mean, Francis is his character, but the thing is, like his most recent video, he was like, Sony, you're making Nintendo, you make an amiibo game, but you only print 5 fucking copies of each amiibo. How are people going to play your amiibo game when they can't get your fucking amiibos? Which is a valid fucking point. It's like, how are people, it's like, I would love to, use Lucas on your amiibo game if I could get one.
Well, I thought it was insulting, too, like the Mario Maker, where it's like, hey, you can have the Wii Fit Trainer be a character in that. And I was like, who the fuck even has the Wii Fit Trainer besides, like, a small group of people? That's so just narrow.
It's like, oh, Mario Maker, we're basically giving you the same Mario game every year. Here's just, some assets. Make your own Mario game. Fuck off.
Which I must I must admit, I actually liked Mario Maker because they made a good point of saying people that want to get into designing games can actually start here, and it's actually like something where in the future I can actually see potentially see people go, well, I wanted to try out video game designing, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Super Mario Maker. So that could be the next game that defines generations for a lot of people, like Super Mario 64 and Sunshine. It could. I mean, and I like what I've seen from Mario Maker. I mean, I wouldn't buy a Wii U for it, but it still looks really fun. I mean, it looks like a fun game, especially if you get to dick around and make all these kind of
But I mean, again, it's like another game that relies on you to be creative for you to have the fun out of it. Which, I mean,
That's
there's
true.
nothing wrong with that, but, I mean,
No.
for someone like me, I wouldn't spend my time and money on it.
Right.
I would actually, like, I mean, the only cool thing I heard was, like, the Paper Mario cross Super Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I was like, just give me a Super Mario RPG, like, number 2.
Right. But the only one that the only ones that really caught my eye were Star Fox, which is cool, Super Mario Maker, this game from Level 5 called Yokai Watch,
Oh, I've
which
heard about that.
apparently it's already like really super popular in Japan.
Sort of like Pokemon.
It has like, I've seen bits of it. It really doesn't feel like Pokemon. It feels more like some kind of, it's just a weird thing from them. But it looked interesting. And then, what was the other one? Oh, Mario Tennis, which I've always liked Mario Tennis, so. And I think it's called Ultra Smash this time around.
Mm.
Yeah, Ultra Smash. I mean, it looked alright. I mean, I'm not really like, whoa, shit, I must get a Wii U for this, but yeah, there was nothing in this conference that really, like, was like, wow, I have to get a 3DS, or wow, I have to get
Yeah,
a
and then they were
Wii
just
U.
kind of like randomly, like a couple days before, it's like, oh yeah, you can play the original, like you can play like the Earthbound prequel, Mother 1. That's available now. We didn't give you Mother 3. No, we didn't give you the one you actually wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. I'm still pissed off at them last year for making fun of Earthbound fans and Star Fox fans, announcing a Star Fox game, not announcing a new Earthbound game. But I'm like, oh, well, it's just a joke. See, they announced Star Fox. I'm like, not for me. They made fun of me and then didn't announce a new Earthbound game. So go fuck yourself. Yeah. They literally made fun of me. I took that shit personally. I was like, fuck you, Reggie. Like, yes, I'm gonna say, yes, I want another Earthbound, because you were supposed to make it, and then you canceled the fucking project. And then you took it to Japan, only released it on handhelds there, and then never brought a port version over, which you could have easily done with your resources, but you chose not to.
Yeah.
But whatever. And now you're like, here's Mother 1.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was easily the weakest conference out of all of them. It was, well, not even really a conference. It was like what they like to call. I'm gonna call it a fucking conference. It was like a digital event, but whatever.
It's just
it was
stupid
like
Nintendo Directs where they announce a couple. I mean, if you're announcing more amiibo than games, you're something fucking wrong.
Yeah,
they're basically turning into a toy seller. They're
they never once addressed the shortage, which I was like, fuck you.
Which is still going to be a thing. Which is still going to be a thing.
Yeah. Which, oh, God damn it. So anyway, and then the last conference we're going to talk about is Square Enix, which I was really indifferent to it at first. I was like, oh yeah, what the hell could they possibly show? Like, if they want to do this conference, they better either talk about one or two things. They either better talk about Final Fantasy 15 in detail, which they already announced they're not going to do, or they better bring on Kingdom Hearts 3, which I was like, they're not going to do that, because they're going to wait until November, they're going to have it at D23 there, it's not going to happen.
No, I knew they were going to show off Kingdom Hearts 3, I didn't see why they wouldn't, because they showed it off last year.
I know, but it was like, I don't like to get my hopes up for this sort of thing. I was just like, knowing them, their like long history of revealing games but never showing them again, it's like, yeah, I doubt it, but I have never been more happy to be wrong in my life. I mean, it was just, I'm just going to get right to the good stuff. It was so amazing. Just this trailer, it was like the best fucking trailer of E3. Just, oh my god, it looked, I can't even, I'm like struggling to put into words how
Well, let's not count the sheep before they get there, because Kingdom Hearts 3 was one of the last ones they showed.
No, it was one of the middle ones, actually. It was like one of the middle one, but whatever. Okay. Let's start with, maybe I'll get my words before that. So, they start out with Just Cause 3, which looks fucking awesome. I can't wait for this game. December 1st is when it comes out, which looks great. They finally showed actual gameplay for it. Looks cool, like that. I mean, are you excited at all for Just Cause 3? Or really not?
I would. I don't know. Like, I mean, I didn't play any of the other ones. It's not really a franchise that I've been super interested in because I didn't really know what the hell it was. I don't know. Maybe if I can like rent it and just play it for a little bit off of Redbox or something, I might do that.
Yeah, if Just Cause 2... Don't bother with Just Cause 1. Just Cause 2 is so fucking awesome. I love that game. You're pretty much living inside your own big, explosive action movie. It's really incredible what they do in that.
Yeah.
But then after that, what did they do? Oh, well, they announced the next Nier, which... I mean, I respect Platinum Games, and I like that Platinum Games is working on it, but I really wasn't all that crazy about the last Nier.
It was another PlayStation, I think, exclusive, though.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was supposed to be, like, Square Enix's next big franchise, and I was like, it was, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, was that the one where the guy was wearing that weird fucking hat? That
yeah.
Thing? Oh, God.
Yeah. That's, I forgot what that's from the first Nier. I forget what the specific name of that thing is. It was just really, it's really odd. Alright, so then, and then they went on to, again, do Tomb Raider stuff, which they just showed, like, a little bit of one of the tombs that Lara's going to be exploring, which is like, it's whatever. And they showed a mobile game as well, which, didn't really, yeah, it's
it's just called, like, Lara Croft. Like, no.
Yeah, like
no.
Tomb Raider Go or something like that. It was, I think it's, like, turn-based from what I could tell.
All I know is no one gives a shit.
Yeah, no one gives a shit. Yeah, I know it. No, we hate to sound mean, but really, no one gave a shit about that. But they showed the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer again, which, fine. I always love seeing that trailer. And then they talked about that port, and now infamous port, that was announced last year during the PlayStation experience, that's going to come to iOS in the summertime, and it's coming to PlayStation 4 in the winter.
Can I just say, why the fuck would you want to play Final Fantasy VII on, like, a phone? I mean, that game is kind of, like, difficult enough to play as is with a regular fucking controller.
Right. Well, I don't know, like, there's the tablet as well.
Yeah, no, it's the same issue. Like, how the fuck do you control your character?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I got cut off there.
Oh, okay. No worries. I was like, uh-oh. Is the recording going now? Shit.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's like, I don't know, like, any game that really requires anything with a controller, I don't want to dick with it, like, on a tablet or anything like that.
No.
It's just...
But again, they do make reasonable controllers for the tablet, so they have those available.
I don't want to, like, hook a controller into the tablet, so that's the fucking...
Oh, no, I know you do. I know you and I don't personally, but there are people out there that do. I mean, that are more than willing
Also,
to.
the battery life on your tablet, if you're sitting there just playing...
Oh, yeah, just playing... Especially something as powerful as Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
It's like... Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. And then from then on, they talked about... this is when Shinji Hashimoto... Oh, I think he was on for the 7th thing, and that's when I went, oh, shit! Kingdom Hearts! Kingdom Hearts! Holy fuck! Kingdom Hearts! And then it was like Kingdom Hearts Key, which I was like, oh, okay, cool. Kingdom Hearts Key, it's getting a North American release, and I know it's going to tie into Kingdom Hearts 3. That's fine. Show me Kingdom Hearts 3. And then it was like, alright, let's talk about Key again. I was like, no, talk about 3. You talk about 3. And I was like, now, let's move on to 3. Yes! Thank you, Jesus!
Yeah, I mean, they showed off the new, the Tangled World, a little bit of it, some of, like, the power-ups. Yeah. I mean, it looked really good. I mean, it looked really, really nice.
It looked beautiful. It was just seeing
not really sure what was going on with that trailer, but it looked nice.
Well, they showed what they showed was the beginning. They showed Master Ericus and Master Xehanort as probably as apprentices when they were more like younger.
Oh,
And
I
it's
didn't
them
even
playing
really
chess.
think. I didn't really even think about Xehanort since like I thought he always had darker hair, but I guess it's because the
No,
first time you see him, he's bald.
younger. Oh, that's right. You never played Dream Drop Distance.
Well, I never got very far into it.
Okay, well they have the young Xehanort as a big presence in that game.
What's the what was the Keyblade on the wall?
That was Xehanort's future Keyblade. It ties into Key, where Key has 5 specific types of Keyblade classes, and one of them is that lion head Keyblade that they show in the 3 trailer.
Yeah.
So this is why people need to play 3. I mean Key. Well, they also need to play 3 as well. But Key, it ties in. It's like the very beginning. It's like set way before Birth by Sleep, and it shows the very origins of the mythology of the Keyblade. So we're gonna get that, and it alludes to a lot of the stuff that goes on in 3, and they even add some scenes in the cutscenes. That like movie cutscene for Recoded on the 2.5 package.
Yeah.
They show cutscenes that allude to Key, which I was like, holy shit, they're actually gonna go for this. So they better have this in North America, which they do. So that's good. And then point on, they show Sora's new costume, which looks like a combination of 2 and Dream Drop Distance, which looks fine. I have no problem with it.
Yeah, also, if you notice, he looks just more like a Final Fantasy character now.
Yeah, he looks skinnier. Like, his head is a lot smaller now. And there's less zippers on his uniform, which is good. And then they proceed to have this overwhelming amount of new information where we got to see, like you said, Tangled, which... I don't like the movie, but whatever new worlds they put in, I'm going to be like, all right, cool, that we get this, we get that. At least they're actually showing something for it. And then we actually get to see new types of Heartless. We saw like a flower Heartless that sprouts these pods that become their own enemies. We saw these Heartless that like blow these trumpets and summon more enemies. They're like these like charging Heartless, which look really cool.
Yeah.
We also got to see more of Sora's Keyblade transformations, which it can transform into dual-wielding guns. It can transform into a bazooka that shoots out magic. It can transform into... And apparently, according to Nomura, you get a Keyblade transformation every time you clear a world. So I don't know what the transformation is going to be for Tangled, but they confirmed that Elyphus Coliseum is going to be in it as well, because they said that when you go to the Hercules world and clear that, you're going to get the Pegasus summon that it literally transforms into a chariot. So you're riding along in the battlefield like Apollo from Greek mythology.
Yeah.
So, which looks so incredible from all that stuff. And they showed more of like the Disney rides. They confirmed that the Rock Titan's actually going to be a boss battle. It's not just concept art. It's going to be a boss battle. So, and they showed Sora climbing this wall, just this straight up wall, and he's just jumping, like, bouncing up towards it like nothing. And it's like, holy shit, Sora is like powerful as hell now. He's got like crazy acrobatic moves. And it definitely looks like the next evolution in the series, which I was so excited about. And they showed the Mad Teacups, which looks, oh my god, I love that power-up. It looks, I was like, holy fuck, Mad Teacups, yes! Oh my god, they're actually bringing Disneyland into this shit now, in a clever way, and not just blatantly shoving in Disneyland. It's actually like, we're seeing Disneyland rides being a part of the combat, which, that's just such an amazing idea, and I'm glad they're going through with it.
Yeah.
And then it ends with, of course, Master Xehanort, Master Terra talking about the Keyblade War. Not Master Xehanort, Master Terra. Master Ericus and Xehanort talking about the Keyblade War and how light could potentially beat darkness and all that stuff, which definitely it's classic cryptic stuff from Kingdom Hearts. But overall, man, just this trailer made me just so incredibly happy that I couldn't even... it was like, that made the... If they had shown that during Sony's conference after Shenmue and Final Fantasy VII and Last Guardian,
yeah,
I would have just keeled over from happiness. That would have been way too much.
Yeah.
For one conference. Just... yeah, it was... I mean, I didn't even care what Square Enix talked about afterwards. Just that, I was like, okay, Yes.
But, however, what they talked about next was pretty cool because, I mean, they announced a new Star Ocean game for the PlayStation, which is really cool. So that's another JRPG.
Yeah.
They announced... I'm not sure if that's going to only be on PlayStation, though.
It's only PlayStation 4.
Okay, cool.
It's, yeah,
and
only
then,
a PS4 game.
And then they were talking... I mean, that looked pretty good. I mean, they kind of, like, showed this trailer where they... I think it's supposed to be just, like, next in the story of, like, the main numbered ones. Or maybe not. I can't remember. It's supposed to take place after the fourth one, I think.
It's 5, yeah.
But yeah, no. So I mean, it looks pretty cool what they're gonna do. I mean, I would definitely look more into it. And also, they were talking about like a brand new project called like Project Setsuna, where they only had some like concept art and they didn't really have anything else, but they just wanted to talk about it.
It was a new studio too.
Yeah.
Which that I'm very interested in. And I like, and we talked about this, but I love that they're actually like when during the PlayStation and PlayStation 2 era, a lot of what made PlayStation what they are today came from JRPGs.
Yeah.
A lot of it came from that. A lot of it came from partnering with Square Enix, guys like Square Enix, guys like the Japanese studios to bring JRPGs over on the PlayStation because that's what defined their brand. And now that we're actually seeing them return, because I kind of feel like they got away from that during the PlayStation 3 era.
Well, it's because the Xbox 360 got a little bit more market saturation over in Japan, and so you would see some of these JRPGs that were getting like multi-platform releases on both like the Xbox and the PlayStation, but because the Xbox One just did so abysmally in Japan that like they're probably just trying to put all the focus on like the Sony platform currently. So. Right. Yeah, so we're probably going to see like a return to JRPG greatness with Sony, which I'm really excited about because it hasn't been like that in a while.
Yeah, I was just so happy to see that again. Just them finally going back to what made them PlayStation to begin with. What gave them their unique identity.
I think that's partially due to the fact that there was an saturation of JRPGs, and they basically just all kind of... Some of them did pretty abysmally, and so I think they stopped for a while, and they're like, okay, let's try to do this again, but, like, it's like when there's too much of one thing, like, it just kind of throws people off.
Yeah. But anyway, and then one of the things that cap it off was the first world premiere gameplay of Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Which, I'm one of the ones I'm really excited for, too.
I'm really excited for Deus Ex. Like, Human Revolution was a great game. I'm really excited for this new one. Part 2 from Square Enix again, which is nice.
Even if a lot of it is, like, just publishing, it's still really cool.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to, like, at the end of this year and next year from, like, game devs. Other than that, I don't know. I'm told that the PC conference went kind of abysmally, and that that AMD was kind of like thrust up everywhere, and that they didn't really show off games the way they should have or something. I don't really know. I didn't watch it. But yeah, no, it's I was happy with the Square Enix conference. They showed me a good variety of games and things to get excited for. Gave me more reasons to be excited for the PlayStation also.
Yeah,
because I'm seriously gonna give the stink eye to anyone that literally gets Kingdom Hearts on an Xbox One. I'm just gonna give them the stink eye. I'm like really. Although one of my predictions did not hold this year, and I was proven incorrect. I thought they were going to announce a Kingdom Hearts collection for the Xbox One and for the PS4 this year, but that did not happen.
I'm so happy they didn't do that. I would have been so pissed off if that was the reason they were there. I would have been like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I still feel like if they want to sell... like Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Xbox One, that they are going to need to have that collection moved to the Xbox One eventually.
I know. I know it's inevitable, but I'd rather they do it in a separate announcement rather
Honestly,
than
if they
actually
don't,
doing
I'd
it
fuck
during
amazed.
the conference.
I'd be like, oh, okay, well, why are you even selling it on the Xbox One then? But,
Because they have to. It's part of their... Well, well, I guess, like, financially at the time, they felt like they had to. But yeah,
they just did it because they wanted more money.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they kind of had to.
I'm wondering if they're going to do, like, a Kingdom Hearts edition of, you know, of a PS4.
I hope they don't, because then I'll have to buy it.
Then it's like, then you're going to have to make the decision, do you want the
it.
Kingdom Hearts one, or do you want the Final Fantasy VII one? Because I know they're going to do one for each.
No, I definitely want the Kingdom Hearts one. That's not even a competition between the two. It's like, Kingdom Hearts all the way. All the way. As cool as... Well, actually, I don't know. It might depend on which one looks better, which one looks more inspired, because some of these special editions they've been coming out with...
The only one that they've come out with that I've liked so far has been the Batman one.
I love the one for Metal Gear Solid. The one that's in Europe and Japan right now. Oh, it looks great. It's like a red... black PS4. It looks beautiful. It's like the best one
something
I've
else
seen
is
so
that
far.
like for the Destiny one, they just released a white one in North America, but in Japan they released like a legitimate Destiny themed looking PlayStation 4.
That pisses me off that we don't get a lot of like the really creative ones. It's irritating that we just don't get any of the ones that people really want. We just get the ones that are like, well, I mean, you get like a faceplate change. Yeah. That's about it. And it's like, wow, how creative. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, I was actually surprised by Kingdom Hearts as well, but by Square Enix's conference. I expected it to just be dull. And for the first few minutes of it, like the first like 10, 15, 20 minutes of it, I was thinking, oh shit, this is going to be dull as hell. It's just going to be these PR guys just talking a bunch of shit. And then when they brought on Shinji Hashimoto, I was like, oh yeah, finally, here we go. Here we fucking go with this conference. It's about time.
Yeah, which still just throws me off when like Sony is getting all of these cool like new games and sequels and stuff like that, and people are still saying, what do they have? It's like a fucking lot. Okay, that's what they have. They have a fucking lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
If the PS4 generation turns into another PS2 generation, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I could potentially see the PS4 replacing the PS2 as my favorite.
Well, because I mean, the thing is, the PS2 had like the greatest, had some of the greatest lineup of video games in history. Like it had a great run. I mean, especially like all
classic stuff.
Yeah, it had some of the best games.
Oh my god, yeah, like Kingdom Hearts, Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Final Fantasy, the Team Eco stuff, Twisted Metal, Gran Turismo, just all this stuff. That's just
and people just like still give like them crap, and they say they don't have anything coming out. It's like, no, screw y'all. They have a lot coming out.
No, they have. Yeah,
and I mean, I knew it was going to work like this too, because the thing is, the first couple of years it's just going to be mostly third-party support, and then they're going to kick in. It's like, okay, here's all the first-party type games and second-party games and things like that that really build the console. And I feel like Sony is stronger right now, much stronger.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely stronger in terms of the games.
And that's all I wanted to do too. Is I wanted a system to play games, and it does what I need it to do, and that's all I want from it.
Well, even the benefit this year, even the stuff they showed for the TV match.
Oh yeah, no, I mean when they said a la carte TV service, I was like, what? Come again? That's like one of the.
I gotta actually check that.
Big deal, because if you can just buy, people have wanted that for a long time, and that's why cable companies have had like such a strong like throw like throat holds or like neck hold on people. Is just that like, or stranglehold on people.
Yeah.
Is just that like you're forced to buy all these other channels and spend all this extra money for stuff that you don't want just to get the things you do want. And Sony's like, well, yeah, you can just buy the channels. And it's like, excuse me? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they're going to do something like that, and I mean, if I have the money for it and there's like a particular channel I want, of course I'll just buy the channel.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I'll just check and see what's going on with this particular channel. Especially since like web streaming of like things like that is just more prevalent now.
Yeah. Let me actually, before we go, let me actually see if there's a way I can see what specific channel, if there actually is something that I would want on there. Because I am genuinely curious if like, channels like TV Land and Turner Classic Movies, stuff like that, will actually be on here. And if I can actually get them through this thing for, like, I don't know, like I think it was like maybe $10 a month, which actually isn't too bad. Because like, my mom does not want, HBO. She does not want Cartoon Network. She does not want all these other channels. She just wants TV Land. Which let's see. I'm curious. Let's see. But anyway, in conclusion, best E3 I've ever fucking seen. Ever. Best E3 ever. I mean, it was just one big, huge surprise after another. I mean, this is how you do it. And I really doubt 2016 will be able to top this. I really doubt it.
Yeah. And I could kind of, like, imagine, like, the Microsoft side, like, their conference, like, yeah, we got this locked in, and then Sony just kind of walks up and is like, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, buy our stuff. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Learn more. Okay. Let me see. What do we have here? I don't see anything yet. Search and explore. Discover. Oh, it's studio. Never mind. Your favorite shows. Let me see if there's actually a list of what. Let me see if there's a list of channels that it supports. PlayStation.
Yeah.
View channels. Let me see. Add a la carte. Okay, I'm adding an a la carte in July. That's great. Or I could just look right here. PlayStation plans for PlayStation Network or a la carte. Which, let me see. Okay, they have MTV, they have Nickelodeon, they have the National Geographic channel, they have TNT, they have Spike, they have the Sundance channel, they have oh, they do have AMC. Nice. Okay, they do have AMC. They do have Showtime. The only thing that's really missing is HBO.
Well, because HBO is doing their own online service. Like, where, like, you don't need, like, a cable provider to watch HBO. You basically just pay for it like Netflix, and you can watch all their stuff.
Yeah, but that's only on, it's only on, what's it called? The Apple thing, which I was like, okay. Oh, TV Land is a part of it. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So TV Land is a part of it. Cool. Awesome. Sounds good. I mean, I'll have to, when they start rolling out this a la carte thing in July, I'll see if we can try it out. I mean, let's see.
It's like, why not at this point? I mean, they're like, well, now we're giving you games, like, Xbox is trying to say, like, here, you could use your system as a cable box, and then you turn around and you just like, well, you can fucking buy whatever channels you want with us.
Yeah, totally.
Probably piss the fuck out of the cable companies, but who gives a shit?
Yeah, fuck those guys. Fuck them. Overcharging us for so many years for these stupid packages.
Yeah.
Now we can just do a la carte. I can just
Thanks, Sony.
one channel and pay for it. Yeah, totally. So anyway, and with that concludes our E3 week. Our trilogy, our epic trilogy. But yeah, look, next week, did you want to do a Batman episode? Are you going to get Batman time?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick it up. I'm not really sure how yet, because the thing is I have it
Okay.
pre-ordered down in Austin, but I'm not going to be back
Okay.
until, like, I'm still going to be up here for another week or so, so what I'm probably going to do is just try to go to one over here and pick it up over here. So I don't know if I'm going to go to, like, a GameStop and just try to pre-order over here to try to get that Red Hood stuff still, or...
Well, go before, like, go a week. Go actually, like, as soon as you can. Go over to the store you want to pick it up at and give them a call and ask them, like, transfer it over there. That's usually how they do it.
What, they do transfers?
Well, no, not like a physical transfer.
Yeah,
they can
I
transfer
didn't
the
know they could do that.
over to the store that.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, we can do this. We can do this after we end the call.
Okay. This is advice for you guys out there. But anyway, okay. I don't know where that cut off at, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I mean, this has been E3.
Buy a PlayStation.
Buy a PlayStation 4.
Buy it. Do it now.
PlayStation Nation for life. Sony Pony for life.
Get to the station. Get to the station.
Get to the PlayStation.
But anyway, yeah. Everyone have a good days and happy Batmans.
Yep, happy Batmans.